time has come, the walrus said.
Let's go ahead and head after Dive Man next. He's the one who's weak to the skull barrier after all, although I might not even use it against him just because he is a pretty easy robot master too. Oh, and this is another one of my favorite tracks in the game, right next to that last one. As you would expect, Dive Man is the water level of the game, similar to Bubble Man or Gemini Man were. Mini-boss time, we got a whale who shoots missiles here. Definitely want to use the charge shot against this guy, because he takes quite a beating, although luckily his attacks completely disappear as soon as you finish him off, so if you have a missile coming towards you, you're good. This is an interesting part where you have water rising up and down as manta rays are coming towards us, and the manta rays complement this part of the level because they elevate and lower their altitude depending on where you are, so the water you want to use to your advantage and jump over them or just shoot them. Now the more observant viewers might notice this part right here. It's not a spike pit, this isn't the way we're supposed to go, but there is certainly an entrance here, and if we go down, this actually leads to a spike fall underwater that eventually leads to a secret item we need to get. Okay, we don't need to get, but we want to get it. And here we are. We got the wire adapter. Now this doesn't send us out of the stage, but it does return us to the previous checkpoint. Unfortunately, that was behind the last mini-boss we had to face back in this section with the rising and lowering water. There is another item very similar to that in Pharaoh Man stage, and the checkpoint in that case is actually further ahead than where you get the item. So that's a case where you would want to get it, even if you're not interested in getting 100% completion, it just gets you ahead anyway. So, this is the way we're supposed to go. We're supposed to jump over that pit and continue, more manta rays and such. I actually do not like these underwater bombs here, these mine. I think it's proximity based where I gotta go near them or something. Also, that is the section where you gotta be careful. Of course you want to jump over that mine on the previous screen, but don't jump too high, otherwise you'll no doubt hit those spikes before you get a chance to see them as you're scrolling through each screen. These additional items we're getting, I might as well show off what the wire adapter is. It's an item where you hold up and you'll be able to grapple up to the top of a ceiling. It gets you to higher up areas if it's ever required of you. It's interesting, not super useful, but it's cool. And the only thing I would say is that this is kind of the introduction of Mega Man's like special items that he gets in the game. And there would be a lot more of these in the series to come, some of which I think are a lot better than the ones in this game. Anyway, Dive Man himself is probably the most badass robot master solely because he's a combination of Sector and M. Bison. He just killed me, but that's okay. He's a combination of M. Bison and Sector in that he's just homing missiles and Psycho Crushers, but you can really learn his pattern. All you gotta do is do really long jumps when you go up in the air because you are underwater, so you can do that easily, as he's doing his Psycho Crusher attack, and he will go right under you, no doubt. And as he's shooting missiles, you just gotta shoot them before they get a chance to hit you. Just keep your distance, and this fight will be a cinch. I'm not even gonna have to use my skull barrier power on this. Oh, never mind, I'm taking a lot of damage. Ah, he got me. I thought he was gonna do another Psycho Crusher, so I jumped up. Yeah, let's go ahead and use his weakness. He is definitely beatable without his weakness. In fact, when I did the test playthrough, I actually started with him and went a completely different path. Alright, the Skull Shield, as you can see, does a bit more damage to him than our normal shots do. I wasn't able to finish him with it, hold on. Oh no. Oh, that was close. That missile probably would have killed me, actually. Oh, but we got him. We got Dive Man. I probably could have done that a bit smarter than just standing in him and using the skull barrier constantly. The dive missile he gives us actually isn't all that bad. It is the weakness of Drill Man, so we're going to head after Drill Man next. And essentially all the dive missile does is it homes in on targets and hits them. That's about it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's like a magnet missile, but it doesn't get as distracted easily. It's a little bit better than the magnet missile, I think. And I already like the magnet missile a good deal. Not much to say about Drill Man stage. It's very Mega Man 1-esque in my opinion. Like, simple layout and a simple concept for a boss. Simple kind of industrial concept, I think. He's almost kind of like a Mega Man 1 Robot Master when you think about it. Extra life there. Nice. Don't care much for the music in this stage. I like it in a lot of stages, but this one it's only okay. These guys die in one shot from the standard pellet, so you're going to want to go ahead and just use that on them. Don't bother charging, because then, you know, you won't be able to shoot as rapidly, and it'll be hard to hit them, since they're only open for a small second. Also, it's very convenient that the first stage where we can get a secret with the wire adapter is also the first stage that we use the dive missile weakness against. This part is where we have these falling rocks, which you can destroy with the fully charged shot, but what I like to do is actually use the skull barrier. It's so much easier. These things just destroy themselves on your shield. Excuse me, Mr. Helicopter robot person. I'm not sure what the deal is with him, but running a bit low on the skull barrier ammo. Oh, but we made it to the boss. Okay, we're good. Drill Man is also a pretty easy boss. I'm gonna go ahead and use the dive missile on him. All he really does is he shoots a drill at you and he drills underground, essentially using Dig from Pokemon. As you'll see here, he'll just go underground. He's gonna pop up at some point, and that's about it. And yeah, he takes more damage from the dive missile, but not a huge amount. Actually, if you want to... like I said before, this isn't a bad pick for your first Robot Master solely because you do about as much damage with the dive missile as you do with a fully charged shot. And you'll have plenty of time to charge up your fully charged shot as he is underground. Like right here, I could be charging my shot right now, but I'm not gonna bother. Oh, almost got him. Okay, I decided to go around him a bit, but that's okay. We got him. Here we have yet another actually really good weapon, the Drill Bomb, I believe it's called. I might be wrong about that. Yeah, it's the Drill Bomb. This is essentially the Crash Bomber, but the explosion is instant, so I love it in that sense. So I've got another Rush adapter, being the Rush Jet. We got that back. It's not as good in this game, unfortunately, which I'll get to when we get to Bright Man stage, I believe we're going to be using it. But first we're going to go to Toad Man stage, seeing as how he is weak to the Drill Bomb.